First benefit, it expresses humility.
Okay. It definitely does that.
Right.
So in other words, we're not pretending like we're the first Christians.
Yes.
So how have other Christians spoken of the Trinity in the past? How have other Christians spoken regarding the second coming in the past?
Right.
And this is something that even though there were disagreements among the signers of different confessions,
Sure, yeah.
this is what they could agree to.
Right. Yes.
Right. So yes, there are different nuances, and there were, what can we agree to as Christians?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's write it in that sort of way.
Yep. And to be able to, have interest in a certain doctrine or theology, or to be asked a question, to have that humility then to say, well, what has the church agreed about this thing?
Yep.
So
and plus, let's put it a different way. When it comes to pride, I mean, it seems like even if we don't mean to be prideful, the height of being prideful is to say, I'm going to explain this hard doctrine to you without consulting anyone else.
Right.
And I'm going to put it in my own words.
Yeah, right.
And there are so, right? Maybe we've all done it, but there are just so many mistakes to be made.
Yes.
And that doesn't express humility. It expresses danger.
Right, yeah.
And maybe some pride. So let's not do that.
Yep.
I was even thinking about Christology when it comes to this matter. We could show humility when it comes to the doctrine of Christology by consulting the confession. And maybe it's worded in such a way where we say, I don't really understand why they said it that way.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe we should look into it.
Should.
Maybe there's a good reason why they
there
said
is,
such things like he took upon him man's nature. So he took a human nature. Why did they say that?
Yeah.
Why did they say things like assumed?
Right,
And
right.
they don't say, why don't they say 100% God, 100% man?
Right, right.
Probably for good reason.
reason.
Shout out to R.C. Sproul
Yep.
in talking about that.
Yeah.
But the confession says things like, two whole, perfect, and distinct natures were inseparably joined together in one person, without conversion, composition, or confusion, which person is very God and very man. Why very God and very man?
Right.
There's a history behind it.
There's reason for that.
Humility says, I'm going to pay attention to that so I don't reinvent the wheel.